Alright, this video will be about endocrine system. This this system in our body enables different body parts to communicate with each other. So, the endocrine system is primarily or generally associated with hormones. Um, the endocrine system consists of a series of glands throughout the body, and these glands are responsible for the secretion of these hormones. So what are these hormones? These are small chemical molecules. They are passed into the blood and spread through the body by the bloodstream. Some tissues have receptors that are specific to the hormones, and these hormones can act as signals to trigger certain changes inside cells. So what are the main glands that we have in the system? So we have the pituitary, the thyroid gland, the adrenal glands, the pancreas itself is a gland, I think, as well as the testes and the ovaries. So we have 6 basically. For the first one, pituitary. So this is in other words called the master gland, and it produces hormones. These hormones instruct body action, and they instruct other glands to release their own hormones. And so for the thyroid gland, let's stay with the pituitary first. Regarding this, for example, negative feedback, TSH or T something stimulated hormone is released by stimulating the thyroid upon the reduction of thyroxine levels. So TSH triggers the release of T3 and T4. I believe these are hormones as well. So yes, the pituitary gland is attached, but it's not part of the brain. And yeah, this is the pituitary. We have the posterior and the anterior. And yeah, that's all I'm gonna say. Let's go with the thyroid gland. So it's responsible for the production of thyroxine, T3 and T4. What's stated here in the example. So they are responsible for the regulation of the rate of metabolism, and they help in growth and development. So what is feedback? Feedback occurs in order to maintain balance in the body. So I believe it's strongly associated with the idea of homeostasis. Homeostasis is so that the body is balanced, basically. Organs of the body work together so that life can be sustained. So, adrenal glands, that's the third one. It is intended to produce adrenaline. Adrenaline is released during a fight or flight response. By the increase in heart rate, in other words, the blood pumps faster. Or the heart pumps faster, not the blood. I don't know why I put that there. Anyways. Number 4, pancreas. It's responsible for the production of insulin, which regulates blood glucose concentration. Well, not just insulin, also glucagon, but there has to be a reason why it's only insulin here. Testes has 2 main jobs. That's the 5th one. One is to produce testosterone, and the other is to produce sperm. Testosterone is responsible for the controlling of puberty, and sperm for the serving as the male gametes. And for the ovaries, if testes belong to the males, ovaries belong to the females. Or are associated, not belong. Associated is a better word. Ovaries produce estrogen. This hormone influences puberty and the menstrual cycle. And they hold egg cells. Egg cells are the female gametes. So let's compare the endocrine and the nervous system. The endocrine system is responsible, or it basically relies on hormones. That's why hormones and the endocrine system are closely associated. Hormones, again, are small molecules secreted by glands and are transported by blood. And they spread more slowly, and their effects last longer. They act more generally, and they interact with loads of different cells. How about the nervous system? It relies on electrical impulses. These electrical impulses are transferred along nerve cells. So they're sent very fast, effects don't usually last long, and they're sent to one specific area. For instance, if you want to control your muscles, then yeah, your brain is the one responsible, particularly the cerebrum, which controls voluntary movement, which includes the movement of muscle, um, of our skeletal muscle. Uh, yeah, a signal from the brain is required for your muscles to move. So yeah, they're very precise. Let's talk about another organ, another important organ in the endocrine system. So we have the hypothalamus. The hypothalamus is responsible for integrating the nervous and endocrine systems. Basically serves like something similar to a bridge. It receives information from the nerves of the body and the brain, and it initiates endocrine signaling appropriate to environmental conditions. This endocrine signaling basically signals travel to the pituitary gland, posterior and anterior. I think that was mentioned in this picture. Yeah, whatever those long words are. Posterior in the posterior, um, it's described as store and release of hormones made by the hypothalamus. For instance, oxytocin and vasopressin, as well as ADH or antidiuretic hormone. For the anterior, it has FSH, LH, GH, ACTH, prolactin, and MSH. I don't know the full name of each one, but let me mention what I know. So for for FSH, we have it stands it basically means follicle stimulating hormone. That's all I know. I don't know anything else. LH is luteinizing hormone. GH I don't know. ACTH is adenoglucocorticosteroids. And MSH I don't know either. So yeah, hormone cascade pathways. There's a reason why I skipped. There's a reason why I skipped that part. Okay, hormones. The kinds of hormones. We have tropic hormones. They regulate the function of endocrine glands and cells. TSH, FSH, LH, ACTH. Non-tropic hormones directly stimulate target cells. Prolactin, MSH. We have growth hormones. From the word growth, although I didn't really describe it properly here. It's responsible for something related to physical growth. Or maybe it means something else that's also growth, maybe in a different context. Thyroid hormones, they control metabolism and development. So one is T3. I believe the other one is T4. I'm just not sure. And we have parathyroid hormones. They control the blood calcium. We have PTH and calcitonin. PTH, I don't know what it means, like in its complete name, unfortunately. But yeah, we do have, for the last type, the adrenal hormones, which is a response to stress. So we have adrenaline, non-adrenaline, glucocorticoids, and mineralocorticoids. What are two particular metabolic disorders? Hyperthyroidism and hypothyroidism. It's basically, for hyper, uh, I can't really show the presentation of my teacher back in grade 7, but basically it involves uh, the abnormal amount. Either it's too much. If it's too much, then it's hyper. If it's too low, then it's hypo. But it involves some particular hormone. Let's search it. I have no Wi-Fi. Sorry about that. I hope I still have that connection. Please, 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 please. Yes, alright. So, hyperthyroidism happens when the thyroid gland makes too much thyroid hormone. So I believe that's TH that's involved. So, hyperthyroidism, too much TH, not okay. So what are the symptoms? It's associated with this picture. Wait, I don't think it's here. But yeah, there's a tendency to have a lump in the neck. The thyroid becomes enlarged. I think that's one important symptom to know. And yeah, hypothyroidism, extremely low levels of thyroid hormone. It's also not okay. But what is hypothyroidism in the first place? So yes, the thyroid gland is not able to secrete enough hormones that is able to meet the body's needs. So yeah, instead of being enlarged, it shrivels in a way. I don't know if shrivel is the appropriate word for it, but yeah, it basically shrinks. Okay, hormones in agriculture. I don't know why that's even part of this in the first place, but we have growth promoting hormones found in meat and milk, ethylene induce ripening, gibberellins promote flowering. Okay, that's it. Next video on the urinary system. Thanks for watching.